Well, hello everyone, I am Fracture and this is Let's Play Two Worlds 2 on the PC. We're working our way through, well, I'll just call it a dungeon. It's kind of a cross between a sewer and a dungeon. Trying to work our way to the flag so that we can get into the Tower of Fangs. So far so good, though we've discovered some limitations of the bow. It's having difficulty with some of the creatures in here. Really not high risk for me so far, but they can take a bit of shooting to kill.
There always seems to be a few more of you to kill.
These things are fairly straightforward, even though I'm not using fire arrows.
Better be worth it.
These things are what take forever. Now I've got the attention of 3 of them. I don't think I can. Might have to. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Did I lose one? I hope so. I can sort of manage a couple of them if I can keep the knockback going well enough, but as you saw there, if I miss a shot or one of them manages to get a little close, especially these guys, I'm in real trouble because they hit hard and fast. And you can see by the damage I'm doing, not that impressive. I'm surviving for now though. I have 6 or 8 skill points I could maybe exploit to make this a little easier for myself. I could also maybe head back to town. I don't think the dungeon repopulates. And see if I can find crystals or something that might help my cause. Anyway, let's see what that did for me. I just got a level. Never hurts. See, we got 12 points here we could use. So, that seems silly. Critical hits would be very useful. I vaguely remember getting a marksman book too. Did I sell it thinking I already had my marksman skill? No, there it is. Well, that certainly won't hurt. Although a 1% chance? That's kind of lame. And what is it? The best I can hope for is a 10% chance. Yeah, of double. I'm going to leave points out of it for now. Poison arrow, I'm sure, would have very little effect. And I really don't like the way these work. Boy, it's tough. Increases damage dealt in sniper mode, but you get so little opportunity to use it. You'd get maybe 1 shot, and if the target's moving, you have to target it yourself. Yeah. These all sound good, but are lame. Put a bunch in water mastery, and yeah. Actually, to be an effective mage, you really have to pile in points in a lot of these, so because it's all done with cards and you need various cards of various types to get some good spells, so it's not even worth joking about. Physical resistance, reducing it by 6. I wonder what that we can get that to if it's 2% per 6. About 25% tops. Some of these max out, even though I've got 1 point plus 2 from gems or something. I found, again, with my mage, that if these have a level cap, you can't go above it. I have one of my skills on my mage, it maxes at 50, and I didn't, you know, adding another skill point to it would be a waste because I'm getting it from gems. Well, We've added a little bit of damage by putting points in here, and I've managed to talk myself out of putting points in anything else. This is the only one that might be helpful.
This me?
Oh no, that is a stone sentinel. See, I think the problem with multi-arrow in a case like this is my best survival chance is keeping these things away from me, whereas your best bet with multi-arrow is waiting until they're point blank range. And this thing does keep track of weapon length. So since these things are carrying this long spear, that's letting them get dangerously close. And you have to time it well, because not every time you draw the bow do you get that specialty skill to fire. I think it's based on time. Oh, we got two of them again. See if we can just pull one. Nope. I think I'm just going to have to run and hope I can convince one of them. Ah, I think I did. Convince one of them not to follow me. I'm gonna move up. Actually, if you remember, one of the... I had 2 quivers, if you remember. I bet that would have helped as well. I don't have them anymore. But one of the quivers I had was... You see how this one is high piercing damage? 190. Why is that red? Don't know. Maybe it's just orange. Yeah. It's 190 piercing. I had a quiver that was high in blunt damage. And I sold it. I was sick of trying to remember not to sell it, so I just, to heck with it, and I sold it, or I dismantled it. I'm betting that would help right now, because these things are fairly resistant to, as you would imagine, to piercing damage, because they're made of stone. I'm not heading all the way back out to buy one, though, but I bet I could have saved myself some trouble there. Why did he run that way? That's disconcerting. I think he was just resetting. I hope he was just resetting. Oh, come on. Pay attention. So I think I'm doubly hurt here because I'm using piercing arrows on top of lightning, and he's resistant to both. So where other mobs I get 1500 damage, I'm only getting 255. Oh, that's a nice round number. Of course, I have no idea how well I'm doing because he's behind something, so I'm not seeing his health. A few thousand more arrows and he'll go eventually. There we go.
That's rich.
At least we got something to loot out of it. Simple lock. Oh, that makes for a nice change. $1,000. Just broke 50,000. There's a master lock. Whoops, I knew I screwed that up. I might actually run out of time on this one. down to 2 lockpicks. I keep saying, I got it back. I've been noticing these show up when you're low on lockpicks, so I'm pretty sure that is a feature of the game. When you're getting low on lockpicks, you get them back. Because my mage, I seem to be doing much better with my mage and lockpicking. I don't know why, but I've got like 15 lockpicks and I never find them inside the treasure chest. Okay, what do we have? No way through there. Unless there's explosives in this game I don't know about.
There always seems to be a few more than the kill. Bet you're glad you met me. Let's see.
So on the map, that's not the map, on the map, it looks like you can go this way and get, you can't. That's that broken wall. So you pretty much have to come around this way. Which is fine, I would have anyway for the potential loot. Oh boy, 3 of something. Maybe 4. Oh, these guys, more rock guys. Any of these? No, not that one. Just making sure. See, he's got a target on him, so we know he's going to wake up. Wonder if I should do my Borderlands thing where I speed these sections up. Borderlands was my first LP, and Borderlands, though it's really fun to play, a lot of time is spent going between the different quests. So I did that one. I did a lot of editing in that LP, and I sped up all what I considered to be the boring parts to about 150-200% normal speed. And after all that editing, then I did post-commentary.
Glad you met me.
And I think since it was my first LP, I started out not even recording commentary. I think I start commentary at about the 6th or 7th level in that 6th or 7th video. Oh, that was weird. Let's hope he's... I think there was 2 here. So I knocked 1 through the map. Let's hope this isn't going to be a thing where he's now going to follow me around underneath the map, continually attacking me when I can't do anything about it. What the heck was that? Oh, thought he'd come in behind me. It's just a brick or something. End up knocking them all out of the map here. I think the reason he fell through the map is because the wall is curved, and that seems to be a problem for a lot of games. I remember EverQuest way back.
That's rich.
EverQuest, actually, you could exploit it to your benefit. You'd go up against a wall like that. Anybody that played the game. If you were way down deep in a mine or something and it's re-popped behind you and you just want to get out, you could sit down like this, then stand up, and you were slightly closer to the wall, and then sit down and stand up, sit down and stand up, and you'd slowly kind of move towards the wall and fall out of the map. And EverQuest had this kind of bug recovery feature where if you fell out of the map, you would show up at the entrance to whatever level you were in. So at the end of clearing a mine that's re-popped, there'd be whole groups of people sitting up against the wall and jumping up and down trying to get through the wall.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
If you want to hear more about my wonderful experiences in... Oh, crap. Wonderful EverQuest experiences. I did a cooperative Let's Play with Mr. Smart Donkey, so you can check out his channel. And it's actually a WoW cooperative that I did with him. But I spent most time talking about EverQuest, so. This is going to be a pain. I think I may... wonder if I can run away now that I've spent so much time hitting these guys. Probably not. Probably can't run far enough to have them give up. And I kind of trap myself. Oh, maybe I can. I just put my bow away. See, they're both standing. Yeah, woke them up again. Ah, looks like that other guy's waiting. Yeah, stay there, buddy. That's exactly what I want. No! Weird. That one guy's reset. Okay, come this way. Now I know. Gotta push him away from, but not too far that they go out of aggro range. That was... kind of hoping he's not healing. Just for the sake of the LP more than anything. So we don't have to spend another 5 minutes firing arrows at him. Yeah, the more I do this, the more I think blunt arrows. Oh, stop looting these guys. They never have anything useful.
What do we have here? Let's get this over with.
He's still hurt. Good. And based on the music, that guy that fell through the map, if he really did fall through the map, doesn't seem to have stayed alive or... Don't think I'll ever get tired of that ricochet. You are dead, right? Yeah, you're just taking a long time to die. Peter Sellers in the party. Anything? Damage crystal? Well, ice. I think these things were resistant to ice, lightning, everything I have, basically. Okay, I'm just memorizing that I have that ice crystal. So if it is useful. Okay, so that's the way to the end of this level. And no, we can't go through here. Okay. Yeah, oh, we got two of them again. Or one? Where'd he go? Did I just push another one through the map? You know what? Okay, it's quicker. I'll buy it. I didn't have that problem with my mage, but now that I think about it, my spell wasn't a knockback spell that I was using. I used a different form of crowd control. Here, boy. Thank you, sir. May I have another? See, looting this, and all he's got is a spear. And it also puts away my bow, so now I gotta take my bow out again. The inconveniences that I suffer for this game. Yeah, I thought as much. So let's dismantle some things. These usually sell fairly well, actually, all these various, but I don't need 4 of everything. Yeah, and these things, get rid of 2 of these. 2, 2, 2. Get rid of one of the hammers. Get rid of another one of those. Shields, elven armor. I think that helps me in terms of crafting what I have, because I think it gives me some cloth and leather, and that's usually what I'm short of. Let's get rid of these. I hope for the same thing, get some cloth and leather. Yeah, those are sharp. Those are pathetic compared to the ones I'm using anyway. I wouldn't use those. My bow's not ready yet. This I'd promised that I would hold on to. Let's just get rid of all these hats. I think they actually sell for quite a good price as well, but, you know, not my first concern. Tempting. It's not like I'm using the gem slots anyway. Doesn't look bad. And now we're out. And I'm betting dismantling this isn't going to give me enough. Ah, I was wrong. Still don't have my second gem. But not a big deal, I wasn't using it anyway. Physical resistance. I seem to remember I had much better oh no. Mage. Never mind. Okay, where are we? Just checking. Did I get turned around? Let me just check. No, we're doing the right direction. Shoot, another 2 of them. Another 1 of them. Oh, that guy recovered. Well, whatever's under this dungeon, there's getting very crowded. One of the first things I'm going to do when I get out of here, too, if I get out of here, I know it's coming, is I am going to buy another quiver that has blunt damage. See, these things say they're not resistant to fire, but I kind of find that hard to believe. They're made of stone, why would they be flammable? But that being said, why would the little symbols lie, right? Ha! Doesn't have to make sense. Maybe they're made of wood, even though they're called a stone. Got another one of the stupid lances. Old habit. That's the wall we saw on the other side, so that's where the section crosses over there. Just can't get through there. And we have fire damage crystal. Okay, we're getting some decent crystals here. I like these. So that's a 4, this is a 3, 35, 50, okay. But that's good. Now we got a bit of a cross section. We've got water or ice, fire, and lightning. So that's not bad at all. attract the attention of just one of these. No, that sounded like it. This would take forever, but it's kind of handy that he's not running towards me. Well, let's go get him.
It's me?
It's close enough to bring him in here. No, I got another one coming after me now. Another two. Oh, that's a disaster. I'd never be able to work my way through all those. Come on, guys, just one of you. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. My EverQuest and World of Warcraft pulling skills continue to be of use. Come on, a little closer. Thank you. Just notice you have no head. Why can't these be terracotta? They had to be stone, didn't they? This guy...
That's rich.
You know what, for the next one, let's try fire. It's much less damage than what I have. But none of these are of any use. No, and don't want to seal. I still haven't bothered to go and find out what seal is all about. So I was getting about 255.
It's me?
255. Well. What that does tell me, though, is that being resistant to lightning, that 50 or 60 points of lightning damage I had was being completely ignored. Well, if I'd made it this far without putting any points into any of my archery skills, like I had at the beginning of the game, I was kind of avoiding it. I think this dungeon probably would have convinced me to do otherwise if nothing else had. So let's just go back the way I was, just because if we do hit something that is vulnerable to this, at least it's going to be effective. So yeah, I think I said this before, but you notice this one's 50, this one's 35, so that's 85 damage, supposedly, but when we look at my bow, I'm only getting 56, so that second crystal. It does add a little bit, but not overlapping as much as I'd like. Okay, so it looks like this guy... Weird. Come on, fall through the map. Do us a favor. Okay, don't. That'd be too easy. So, as I said in the other video, went out and voted. And because I'm on holidays, I could do it in the off hours, a little weird time. So it took like 12 minutes. And I was at my old school from years ago. Ooh, too many years, I don't want to think about it. My old elementary school. Although it's French immersion school now, and it certainly wasn't when I was there. Actually, I think it's a French immersion Christian school, and boy, that I don't think I would have spent very long there. I think I would have been kicked out for subversive thoughts.
Bet you're glad you met me.
Even in like grade 3. Let's just say I wasn't easily convinced of stuff that... Oh, hello. Here, boy. Yeah, I've been in the same town for a while, and I always vote there in that same school, so it's always strange to go back there, and it's like I haven't been there for ages. And the thing I noticed more than anything else, that it's a early elementary school, is everything's tiny. You know, even things like the water fountains are like knee height. But one of the features I remember of that school that still looks really nice is the school had an interior courtyard. It's almost set up like a glass zoo, really. The hallway kind of goes around this small, it's probably 30 foot by 30 foot glass enclosed area with an open roof. So it's a courtyard, but the school completely encloses it. And it has glass walls so you can see it from the hallways. And there was a stream and trees and some benches and stuff like that. And that used to be sort of your reward for, I don't know, being an ass kisser, no doubt. You used to go into that room, you used to get to go into that room and whatever, do your report or do your homework or whatever. And I noticed going in there again, it still looks cool. It still think they did a good job of that. Neat. You don't see many buildings with that kind of a design. So, what now, boss? Here we go. That's the Tower of Fangs in there, so let's just check.
There always seems to be a few more of you to kill.
There's something to loot. Do we really want to fight 4 of these things? I hear another one, but I don't see any of the other icons moving on the map, so I think this is the only guy that's paying attention at the moment. Actually, you know what? I think it's too late now. I think we're done with these things. But I still think the next section is outdoors, if memory serves, which might mean I can teleport to a vendor.
Stay down.
And pick up a quiver. You know, like I said, I think it's closing the barn door after the horses escape, but I don't... Oh, I thought he was looting. I didn't want to loot. But this has been such torture. I think at the first opportunity I'm going to run and get that quiver I promised. Nothing in particular. Nothing. I really kind of need to sell all my loot anyway. Are we done here? That door leads nowhere. And there's nothing else to loot, so I'm not going to wake those guys up. Not much point, nothing to loot, not a great deal of experience, and certainly not a lot of fun to watch me chip away at them. Okay, These things are resistant to lightning,
Bet you're glad you met me.
but it doesn't seem to have as much an effect. They're resistant to lightning and piercing as well. But I'm doing far more damage. Yeah. There. So we've got a teleporter. So we can go and do a little vending and come back. Which is, I think, how I'm going to end this video. Come on, pay attention to me. Oh right, these things don't get knocked back. And wow! If I let his poison go, I'll die.
That's rich. What do we have here?
Okay, so anyway, give you a view. Guess what that is? That's a very phallic Tower of Fangs. So we will be back in the next video for the final step there. But for now, where's the best place to do some vending? I think it's nighttime, so this is probably the worst place. Looks like I'm going to have to go back to the main island. He's the only one that is open 24 hours a day.
Cold, dark, looks fun.
Put that away. I was going to say we've got attack music playing. That's no good. I was thinking maybe some of those things were chasing me outside the map, but I think I was just panicking for nothing. Just a little paranoid. 109. 116. Hardly worth it. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, look at all this wood that I have. That's what she said. Hardly even worth dismantling. These sell quite well. 156. 315. Basic quiver. I suppose if I was really suffering for cash, it'd be worth looting all those. You get thousands of these if you loot them all. Well, you saw how many of those statues there were. 298, 356, 119, and 330, 308. The rest goes the way of dismantle. Now, we have, that's piercing, again, unfortunately. There's blunt. Wow, did I really improve the one I had that much? The hawk quiver. Yeah, that's it. Slow arrows. That's the other thing I could do is buy some fast arrows. The falcon. They don't seem... 666, that's kind of appealing price. They don't seem particularly fast. But those might be normal. These are slow. Well, I'll keep my eye out. If I happen to see some that are actually calling like fast, I'll grab them. But yeah, I'm going to go buy those and... Oh, shoot. That's disappointing. I thought I'd immediately be able to upgrade them a ton. I wonder what they need for upgrade. Probably leather. Yeah, it must be leather. Well, I won't use them right away anyway. But now that I have them at least. Dismantle like crazy. Get rid of some of this. Whoop. Don't want to dismantle that. Don't need this. I think I discussed how upgrading staves works, so I won't do that again. But really the only thing we don't have a big stack of, we got lots of fabric, but we don't have a big stack of leather. So that must be what this requires. So I picked up 2 chunks of Wayfarer, I guess. As soon as I pick this up, I do remember upgrading it, but let's dismantle that. And yeah, right away, I'm going to do it. And again. That's all we had was 2 leather. Better than nothing. 114, I think that actually, yeah, that was pretty effective for just a couple of upgrades. I'm pleased with that, because it was really quite low. So they actually are kind of viable arrows already. Cool. And what can I do for... See, this has... I mustn't be able to put anything of value in here, because this one has gem slots I haven't used. Poison resistance. No, there's no harm in that. Let's put that in there. Better than just having it lie around. Elemental focus. Resilience? Sure. Not sure why I didn't do that already. Resilience is just a generic skill, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I think that's one of these. Yeah, there you go. Resilience. Regenerates health a little faster. Okay. That was kind of silly not exploiting those gem slots like that. I should probably go through all my other gem slots and see if anything is even slightly useful. Let's do that. Even if it just gives me some tiny little benefit sometimes, it's better than not using it at all. Elemental focus, that's wizardry, sneak, trapper, death strike. Yeah, these are actually... I'll never use, so okay, good enough. I suppose the other thing I can do to get some leather is at vendors buy crap armor, although it's probably still pretty expensive. It's easier just to loot. Okay, but for now we're gonna say I thank you for watching and I thank you for listening. I encourage you to leave comments, suggestions, or infantile abuse. I promise I read it all, and if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or give me the thumbs up. And in the next video, we'll be picking up right where we left off. I'll be hopping in a teleporter, heading over to the Tower of Fangs, and dying painfully, repeatedly, and rapidly, no doubt. So, we'll see you then. Have a good one, folks. Cheers.